welcoming photo, and so that reached 2,322 people. And then this video, which I'm going to show you, buckle in because it's pretty funny. Oh. So what it is our class split up and did 2 different special events. So 3 members of our class did a walk-a-thon to raise money for Loaves and Fishes, and to increase some engagement, they put together this video, just very simple, and had a lot of fun with it, and it came in 3rd place with engagement from all 6 weeks. So you want to take a look? So that was the video, and it just goes to show that it doesn't, most things need to be done professionally, of course, but that was done, not that it wasn't done professionally. it was done very well, and it was low budget. Well, it was low budget, yeah.
It's not professional because I didn't get paid for it.
Yeah. It was kind of, I guess, students were doing it. It was kind of funny for them to see, and so it was really well done.
I just wanted to see if I get Nicola to throw water in her face.
That happened.
I know, a couple of times.
Okay. So, some results is we did reach 1,000 likes by April 7th, and Melody bought us a cake, and it was great.
Is it still there? It was there when we left 2 weeks ago.
So we had 2 times the followers in 6 weeks. We got the highest engagement levels in the NSCC Marconi page history, increased the target audience by 9.5%, and as well as realigned content to the target audience. So with those ads, it just shows that research will go a long way. We're trying to reach your target audience. So next up is Holly, and she's gonna finish it off.
Hi, and I'm going to talk to you about what we learned from this. So overall for our ads, successful ads include filters, which is interesting. My ad that I ran, which didn't have people in it, also didn't have filters. And I think that because of that, my relevancy score was lower. And a relevancy score, for those of you that are wondering, this is a newer feature in Facebook Analytics. And it tells you how your filters rated with the audience you were looking at. So you have your target audience, you've decided, who you want to market to, you've done your research, you know what they like. Now you're trying to filter your ad so that it's going to be popping up in those people's newsfeed. So we didn't want our grandmas to see our ads. We wanted, high school students, people that might be doing their undergrad, people that might have, be trying to figure out what they want to do after high school. So we wanted that kind of 18 to 29-year-old group. So we figured that out. So Chris had kind of touched on this. You're using filters like high school students, university students. You might be looking at interests, where Marconi has a lot of trades programs. You might be looking at things like that, business programs. So that's going to help boost your relevancy, meaning that your ad was relevant. It was coming up in the right people's news feeds, and they were enjoying it and they were clicking on it. A creative appeal, and I think when you look at our 6 ads side by side on that quiz, you really see the ones that thrived kind of had a really interesting creative appeal. They were similar. They were bright colors. They, unexpected visuals. Like they both had glasses. That image that Emma had up of the guy sitting in the library with the giant sunglasses on, and he's wearing his trades outfit. It's just something that you might not see every day, and you're like, oh, like what is that? It's really bright. It's colorful. Like, what is happening here? So you're going to click on it. And then in terms of engagement, so you need to make sure that you have a call to action on your advertisement, so you're asking them to click or share or like. In our case, we asked people to visit our NSCC Marconi Facebook page and like our page. But I mean, you could be asking them to visit your website, you could be asking them to share your post. And I think personal networks have power, and I think it sounds simple, but it is simple. You know, you share it on your network, you're asking your friends to like it. You know, hopefully you have good enough friends that they're going to check out what you're doing and be interested about it and like it. And it's interesting, half of the likes that we gained through this campaign came through the 6 of us sharing our ads and our campaigns on our personal networks. So, I mean, that's a huge chunk. And so when you think about that, you think about the people that you have on your Facebook. If you're just, you know, if you have a page for your business and you're sharing that and people are seeing it, and then they're going to share it, you know, hopefully they're loyal enough that they're going to do that, and then their network of people are going to see it. And all of a sudden your ad's reaching all kinds of people, and you might not have really done anything except share it on your personal page. When it's appropriate, use humor, and there's that example again. It's funny, you know, it's unexpected. And not in all cases, it's not going to be appropriate. Like maybe, you know, it's not appropriate for your business, but when it is, I think, you know, Facebook is social, it's lighthearted, so it's important to get that out there. And then monitor what's going on. And, you know, that was the biggest thing, is you need to evaluate your campaign. You need to make sure it's working. So Facebook Insights and Ad Manager tools are excellent at monitoring results. So use them and change course when required. So, you know, Facebook's really great at giving you like almost too much information on what you're doing. And they can really tell you, like, if your filters are working. You know, we had a really high like female rate like on our page. Like, it's just, there were a lot of females, and so it was like kind of skewed that way. And so it's interesting because we had a lot of females in our ads, and so like that's interesting as well. And then, so our top 3 ad recommendations are: establish your goals. So know, you know, right from the beginning, what do you want to achieve? We wanted to gain 1,000 likes on our Facebook page. So we knew that. We said, okay, how are we going to do that? The next step was, who was our target audience? So we defined it, we researched them, we found out, you know, what they liked, what drew them in, what would be important, and then we evaluated those results. So that's, you know, coming back to Facebook Insights, looking at what's going on, you know, maybe what you think would really work didn't work, you know, and that happened with some of our ads. You know, like a good example would be Wynn's post with the chocolate chips. A lot of us were like, who's going to comment on this if you can't win anything? And it went viral, you know, because people like a little bit of competition. It didn't matter that there was no prize, because it was a really simple thing. You just had to type in like a number and then share it on your wall, and then all of a sudden your friends were all in on it, and it became this really big thing. So, you know, like that's a really interesting learning tool, that if you have simple engagement, people are going to take part. And the biggest thing is don't sell. So like, social media is supposed to be a two-way conversation, so don't just bombard your users with just all these selling points. Interact with them. Because if you're just bombarding them and like not keeping it social, then you're going to lose followers and you're going to lose interest really quickly. So make sure your content's relevant, it informs, it educates, it entertains. People are interested, they want to comment, they want to share. Make sure you're including your call to action, and keep it visual with photos, videos. Like a great example of that video, they created that in less than a day and uploaded it, and it, you know, it was funny, it had good engagement, people were interested, they got the message across. So you don't need, you know, millions of dollars and all kinds of time. It's great if you have that, and you know, that will do great things too, I'm sure. But in terms for what we are trying to accomplish, like just something small, amateur like that worked really well. So that concludes our presentation. We have created an infographic with more information, so feel free to come up and talk to any of us if you have any questions or you want to get a hold of that infographic. And don't forget to check out our websites that we've created. There's iPads around the room in our portfolios. And thanks for coming today. I hope you guys learned something.